But yeah, there's literally people who will like watch that scene and be like, yeah, like Seymour's voice acting was terrible in this game. Like literally the way he delivered those lines in this scene was fantastic. But some people really have an odd kind of perception of those things. I don't get it. Yeah, there you go. So these are some of the things that I would often miss, but I've gotten better at remembering to get some of these things. There you go. This tough bangle. Whoa. Nice. Especially early on for Lulu, like in No Sphere and stuff, that's a nice little boost. Cool. But yeah, great scene, great interaction. I don't want to think how many times you've seen these cutscenes. Honestly, like in recent years, not very much at all. As I say, I've been using cutscene remover quite a lot. And these days, obviously, it's mostly like challenge/fun gameplay, like not proper like immersive, trying to get into the story and re-experience everything and all that stuff. So it's been a few years since I've properly watched the cutscenes, if I'm being honest. Oh god. Ambushed. Yeah. See if we survive long enough to summon. We probably will not. No. Yeah. This is, if anyone wonders why we might need the sentry, this is why we need the sentry. That's a game over. The problem is we're going to have to redo the cutscene. Unless, of course, I can escape. Monster A and B. Let me get someone out there who can potentially survive. Basically, ideally, I would love to try and do No Sphere until we get Riku, because obviously that's when the entire landscape changes. It's going to be the bit before that. That's going to be really bad. Alright, let's try. Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't. Oh, man. If he does gore here, I'm dead. Yep. GG. He refused to escape. I tried. Yeah. Rip. Isn't it like a 25... Is it... What was it, like 75% chance that the escape is successful? What's the chance it's Caribbean? That was unlucky, the fact they didn't escape there.
All hail!
Oh no. Yep. So this is where you kind of... You love cutscene remover. But now we can chat through this one a little more.
Brave Crusaders, believe in the path you... I, CityMorgue.
What's going
Just
on?
Waka's face here. This
Why
face
is Mr.
expression they
Seymour
have for
backing
him is so good.
Even going against the... Waka?
Ask him.
But yeah, I had a feeling that that escape was going to not work. I'm going to re-trigger the autosave.
I would be most interested in hearing...
Oh wait, you can't, right? They block your path. You have to make it to the next bit.
Sir Aron must be a...
You're...
Please.
Excuse... Maester... Why is...
Yeah, Waka absolutely is.
It's true. How both the Crusaders and the... This operation meet... Although it may be
Yeah, I think escape was still the right move, but we had some bad luck
as a
with
denizen
that.
of...
But use...
Pretend you...
Thankfully, it's not like a
Beg your
super
pardon,
duper long
but-
scene.
Then
You're...
From the first time I laid... But you know...
But you know... Yeah, so the trouble here is that I don't think you can go past those guys. So you can't trigger an autosave. But getting ambushed there was bad RNG, and then the escape failing on top, it was like 2 bad rolls of the dice that had to happen there for that game over. That was just a bit unfair, I think. But hey, that happens. We've had some good luck with the equipment drops, so... Get this as well. Now... Yeah, Caribbean mentioned this one. Maybe we can put it to use. Alright, let's try and make it to... Oh god. Ambushed again! Why do I keep getting ambushed? Annoying. We're hanging in there. Wow, the fact that we survived like those 6 turns is pretty good. Yeah, that's one thing you could do, but because she has higher agility, she's just more likely to get turns quicker. So for now, at least, I'm utilizing her that way. But for now, at least, I just want to get to the save. So I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't care. The sentry will change things. Like the last 2 encounters there, we've been ambushed twice. Okay. Hey, wait for me.
Excuse me, Lady Summoner Yuna?
Yes.
The command center. Maester Seymour requests your presence there, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
Tim,
you.
for now. Let's do the Jose skip.
Take that road to the command center. It's not far. We're still in the midst of preparations this way. Sorry.
Alright, let's go.
Watch and wait, Crusaders!
Yeah, this is the one where... Oh my god. I'm screwed. Yeah. Rip indeed. Yeah. Let me see if
All hail, Maester Seymour.
yeah, we have literally been soft locked here. There's no skipping this one even with the yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, we need Elma in the team, man.
Brave Crusade. Believe in the path you have. I, Seymour Guado.
Speed run and glitch past them.
What's going?
Yeah, can't do that. I
Why
think
is
this
Mr.
time I'll
Seymour-
turn off encounters just until I get to this bit.
Even going against the Waka.
I think we've had a few like unlucky rolls of the dice as well. And then yes, you guys can pretend you didn't see it. I literally just need to survive like 2 encounters, and it's definitely doable. But the fact that we can't
would be
get
most
an
interested
auto-save
in
in and we
hearing-
have to keep doing this scene. Yeah, this is
Sir
what
Aron must be-
challenge runs actually look like, guys. I know like even sometimes when I do challenge run stuff, it ends up looking quite easy, and it's just
Why
like,
is-
okay, like this is fun, the
Please.
game's still relatively easy, blah blah blah. But when you're really like
It's true.
doing something tough,
Both the Crusaders
this is what it actually can look
this
like.
Operation Meat. Although it may
Groundhog
be
Day
sacri-
indeed.
And I.
Don't worry, this will be the
As a
last time I make
denizen
sure
of-
that we get through
But
here.
you
Use some streamer
Pretend you.
credit here.
beg your pardon, but
Then pretend.
you're
From the first time I laid...
But this is why for challenge runners, cutscene
But you
remover is
know.
fantastic, because if you have to, let's say throughout the whole game, you're running into situations where you need to repeat quite often, then these scenes, obviously, like in a short space of time, you just run into them so much that you like burn yourself out on seeing them, you just want to skip them. Like, for some people, at least, for me, it can like alter your, like even your whole like relationship with those scenes and stuff. Let me just double check that they don't let you back out here. Yeah, they don't let you out. Like, if they did, I could just leave so that I have a new autosave when I come back in, but it doesn't let you do that, so... Obviously, in most cases, you shouldn't be dying to those random encounters, but... Right now, we have to just move forward here. Need that Durran guy to come back.
Excuse me, Lady Summoner Yuna?
Yes.
The command center. Maester Seymour...
Thank you.
Alright, come on, Durran.
Take that road to the... We're still in the midst of prep...
Okay, a couple of Phoenix Downs, we'll take that. Does Classco himself give you anything? I forgot. Yeah, it gets really brutal when you get to that kind of level, like Unaleska, Brass's Fine Leon. Like, if you die a lot to those guys, then cutscene remover is absolute lifesaver. Okay, so we triggered the autosave. That's fine. Now, let's have a look at this situation.
good day, lad. Sneak past the guards, I did.
So, isn't this where... This isn't where the sentry was? Ah, shit. Where's the sentry? Is it the next set? Is it once you get to Operation Mayhem that you get the sentry? Oh, crap. Okay, this ain't good. Without a sentry, like... I don't know if... It's a place where you... Ah, shit. It's at the command center. Damn. Yeah, okay. I jumped the gun. I thought maybe sentry you could get here. And then TKO comes into effect like here, like in the next one potentially. But this is bad. This is really bad. I think we're going to be stuck here for the rest of the session. Crap. Now. SOS Null Frost. Does that even help us on this bit? I don't think it does, right? There's barely anything that uses ice here. Like once we're on Mushroom Rock. I'm not sure any of that's useful, really. So you guys are going to need to buckle up, because we got...
a fortune, but you, lad...
We got a journey to go on. This will basically, I think, random encounter-wise, be one of the biggest, like, grinds of this whole bit. Might have to buy some overpriced stuff as well. And hopefully we'll make some of this money back. So we'll do something like that and then have a look. Oh, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. I think there's going to be a lot of reliance on escaping and summon. So the goal here is just purely to make it to the command center. And see if we can do that. I think there's darkness too. Yeah, we got a little bit of dark ward and that kind of stuff too, but we'll just take it as it comes. Yeah, Mushroom Rock is always a notoriously difficult bit in challenge runs. One of the longest bits of like random encounters. Hey Chris, welcome to the stream, good to see you. This is a difficult time. So now, I think it was Nev that mentioned that maybe it's a better idea to just leave Yuna off the front line and hope that you can swap her in for the summon. So I'm thinking maybe better to go with Auron, just because he's got more of a chance of surviving. But my only fear is that obviously his initial counter value is really bad because his agility is really low. So let's say for a normal encounter, the enemies will move twice against Yuna. They'll move maybe 3 or 4 times against Auron. So if he's taking double the attacks, then he also doesn't have as much chance to survive. So I think kind of either way, it's incredibly dangerous. We basically have to pray we don't get ambushed for most of the run. Okay. Whew. See what we can do. Yeah, if you're doing some kind of no sphere grid plus no fleeing, then over here, like, it's a grind. It's tough.
We've been expecting you.
Where's Elma when you need her? Oh, I've still got no encounters on. Let's start this again. Let's try and do this legitimately. This is a bit unfair. I got a bit carried away. I put the no encounters on. Let's take this off. Challenge is a challenge. Let's try and do it properly. Okay. There we go. Actually, one small thing. I put the tough bangle on Lulu, but she didn't heal up. I'm going to put a save in here. Manual one. Okay. So this is going to be like the most difficult set of random encounters I might have ever streamed up until this point, like live. If we put like a no escape rule on this one as well, like you would be stuck here for so long.
Don't break any bones, old man.
Yeah, so we're now at the stage where we're pretty... Let's see. One's weak to water. I think first of all, like my first instinct is to still try and at least fight these guys. And then, like, obviously in a pinch, we summon or escape. That's generally the idea. Can Lulu one-shot the red element? I don't think she can, though. And the problem is, Auron can't one-shot this guy either. Unless he gets a crit. Maybe random variants? Yeah, maybe with random variants we can. Wow, that's a shit move to start. That is a shit move to start. Wow. Okay. I think let's get Tidus in. He's got SOS Null Blaze. Okay. So I think with this plus... Nah, still not enough, I think. Let's see. Yeah. See, if that combination was enough, it would be ideal, but it's not. Oh, look at that. SOS Null Blaze kicking in. There we go. Okay, so we survived our first encounter. That's good news, but everyone's in yellow HP, so trying to also make sure you heal everyone between fights is dangerous. Still considering leaving Lulu in there because of her evasion. She might be able to get a few, like... Yeah, I'm thinking keep Tidus in SOS, but then he's like one-hit KO from every physical attack. Of which, like, every fight, unless you get lucky and get a preemptive, he's going to get hit almost guaranteed every time before he gets a turn. So... It's just tough, because... Lulu being in, the logic is that her evasion is really good, so she can stay in the fight. But again, she's also one of the slowest, so hard to judge. Done. Turn on no counters now. Yeah, it's like 300 and something, I think. Let's just get into another encounter, see what happens. Basically, keeping Waka off the front line is good because he can come in and do a dark attack, and Yuna, for obvious reasons, she can summon. Alright, here we go. 240, that's still quite high. 278, there's your answer. But you see that SOS Null Blaze already putting in work. This is a good encounter for him. In that sense, does Waka have...
Bring it on!
Yeah, damn it. But I guess... I wonder if the bomb dropped fireball is enough. So for this one, I'll leave it. Yeah, I think with the bomb dropped weapon, he might be able to one-shot. Even without water. Yikes. Okay, I think Kimari needs to survive 2 attacks. I think he will, as long as Waka finishes the job here. He doesn't, so I think this is a game over. I just always overestimate how much damage Waka can do. His natural strength is really bad. So I think this is another fight where calling Ifrit is a good idea. This is another, obviously, old school trick I used to pull. Because I think as long as we take out the imp, then we're safe. There's going to be a lot of these kind of grindy, cheap tactics just to make sure we stay alive here. So from here, it's game over already, so that's good. So we're having to resort to these kind of tactics just to stay alive here, but hey. Yeah, I need to definitely do that. But you guys know me, I'll probably forget. So just remind me when I'm out of battle. And then by the time I read the chat, I'll probably forget again. At least he ends the fight with full HP as well, so he's available to be called on again. Right, there we go. Full animation every time. Now we'll do it now. Okay. Yeah, every fight, everyone just ends up in yellow HP. It's like guaranteed. Yeah, so far at least, I think it's been working okay-ish. I think leaving Yuna off the front line is still the best call. And then, well, maybe there's a small chance I can make that work. Or... this one. I think it gives you like an extra 12.5% damage over a regular one when it's a bomb drop, something like that. So it still wouldn't be enough to one-shot. Knowing the damage taken by... Yeah, I mean, as you've seen, that's what I've generally been doing, right? Ifrit has definitely been useful here, like absorbing hits. But I should call him iFruit in the next playthrough. So, same encounter again, we might have to just resort to the same thing. At least this is charging up our overdrives for Sinspawn Gree. Who I'm increasingly thinking is going to be like impossible. But we'll see. If Voidling's done it, then it's got to be a chance. So... I can still summon anyway regardless here. I just want to see how much damage this does with the bomb drop. Yeah, okay. It is 12. It's about 12.5%. Yeah. So definitely like the most efficient way to deal with it is as Aaron says. And as I've been doing, but you kind of just do this from the start basically, like from your first turn. But you obviously take the first hits regardless, so your party will take damage regardless unless it's a preemptive strike, so you can't really avoid the kind of healing burden. But for this particular encounter at least we're safe. Unless it's an ambush, then we should be okay. Nice crit. Right, there it is. Yeah, we're definitely in like the by any means necessary kind of mode. We just want to get to the command center any way we can. Okay. Alright, let's keep it going. Yeah. Not too bad so far, but we haven't been ambushed yet. The ambushes are the most dangerous ones here. See, there's that evasion. That's why Lulu's there. And not bad. Oh, even Auron evaded. Wow. Surprise. Now, this is another situation where, again, like summoning Ifrit is probably still one of the best ideas to do here. Because he'd basically take out either one of these two on the first turn. And then this guy is the most damaging one of them all. So really, summoning Ifrit is the best call. If you really are in by any means necessary kind of mode. Which I generally am, but I'm still just messing around a little. Because in this fight I have a little bit of a chance, so... I don't want to just summon Ifrit for every single fight. If I can avoid it. Okay, SOS Null Blaze guy. Oh, come on, man. Not good. Damn it, he halves fire. That sucks. Kimari's just probably going to miss, but I think it's worth a try. Oh, nice. Good hit. I think he might be able to lance that next time for the win. He just keeps getting hit with that petrification, man. That's so mean. Oosh. Okay. Yeah, it's true. Titus gets caught in these great positions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, weirdly, it does remind me of some of my earliest playthroughs of the game. There you go. See, Titus still doing his job, even though he's petrified. I bet if I return 9-10 hours, I'll see one of the Dark Aeons. You'll probably still see Mushroom Rock Road if you return in that time. Alright, there we go. So yeah, just trying to not rely on Ifrit to do all of the work, right? Yeah, it's funny, like the first two encounters we got here were both ambushes, and we literally got game overs from them. But this time we're doing a little better. But now obviously the stakes rise, because now the cost of failure is higher. So things are getting dangerous now. I guess I didn't know I was going to make it to Shalinda.
In the end, I wasn't able to stop them. But seeing their fear... So I decided... Truly, I know nothing of... I'm hoping... Is there anything...
Yeah, so this is something that, again, like, it's not that well known that she can do this. This is dope. So, as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of Shalinda, but give her props. Thank you. So if we get an encounter right next to her, we'll see, we might backtrack to get that. Hey Erica, welcome to stream, good to see you. Let's keep going. Yeah, I think we got too far from Shalinda to backtrack now.
Crusaders.
For once, he didn't get petrified. But he's not in SOS either this time. Oof. Okay, now he is. Okay. I think this time we're off to a pretty bad start. I'm just going to... So we'll see how Ifrit does when it's kind of 2-on-1. Sorry, like, it's 2-to-1 in terms of enemies that can damage him versus ones that heal him. But yeah, Shalinda's got a Magic the Gathering card as well, I noticed. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, Karifin, are you surprised? Yeah, it would take us a very long time to get through here without summons, I think. Too long. But yeah, it's worked out pretty well. Nice. I'm thinking the Garuda encounter here could be quite dangerous, because, like, obviously, even if you summon an Aeon, it's going to be pretty powerful against it. Yeah, well, with no Sphere Grid, like, the longer you use it, obviously, even your Aeons are going to become increasingly... Unless they have, like, full overdrives or something that you can just spam. Yeah, if you don't get ambushed, I think it's definitely doable without summons, but the ambushes are just super brutal. And it's just a long road. Like, you'd have to repeat quite a lot. Even right now, obviously, I could get ambushed and still get killed. Or even if it's not an ambush, things can go wrong, so... It's just incredibly dangerous. Only got 3 ethers, that's not great. Alright. Not too far off here, though. The lowly high potion. They like this encounter. Nice. Good evasion. Nice. Good work there, team. I think as a result, I think I've got to try and do this one without any summons. So that can hopefully bring it down to a level where Auron definitely kills it. There we go. And then... let's see. Yeah, I was hoping for the evasion if that happened, but oh well. Not too bad still. Let's get Waka to finish this. Nice. Okay.
Miss me?
Okay, Comrade coming in as well, that's nice.
Farewell.
Okay, there we go. So at least little mix of like summoning versus trying to take some of them on when we can. But Yuna getting her MP restored there is also huge. Otherwise she would have run out basically. Okay, so we're nearly there. But it can all go wrong at any time.
Lady Summoner, what are you doing here?
Yeah, we have to talk to
Well,
Elma.
with your guardians near, you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Okay. Almost safe. Probably like 2 more encounters. Okay. Gonna just make a beeline for way up. Okay, not too bad. I've been getting like relatively favorable encounters as well, I think. Try this. Okay. Trying to farm a little more overdrive here. Okay. Let's see. Just thinking without the Null Blaze in here, like it's too dangerous. It just gets so many turns. Right, I think I'm going to bring in Kimari. He's got the Fire Ward at least. I think that should be okay. Nope. And we're in danger. Just these small margins, but we're still okay. Right, there it is. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's any way to boost the overdrive. Basically, the reason I didn't summon in the first place was to see if I could just get the overdrive going for these guys. It's a very dangerous game. I think if I do this, I should probably be okay. Yeah, I think Kimari survives both the fires because he has Fire Ward. Yeah. So just trying to get Aura in that overdrive too. Are they both going to hit Kimari? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, now I can summon. Yeah, I just kind of don't want to deal with like the sleep animation and stuff if pollen gets used, but
Miss me?
I guess why not? Bring Yuna in here. Go herself. Yeah, this would just take a really long time. But yes, it can be won like this. But I'm also charging a little overdrive here too while I wait. He's absorbing a lot of hits. Do they end where? As in, like, time-wise? We've got an hour and 15 minutes or so. Yeah, Yuna's magic defense and the fact that she has Fire Ward is holding up nicely here. And there you go. There's the full overdrive. So now we can basically let Yuna die. Everyone has a full overdrive now. That's good. This section in Yuna only challenge. Oof. That's why they grind to holy in that challenge from what I know. Is 5 hands 10 to attack only challenge a future consideration? Yeah, potentially. I mean, I've done quite a lot of them at this point. And 10-2 could definitely be among them. I haven't played 10-2 in a long time. Might be fun, who knows. Okay. You walked over to me at least. Thank you for that. And we just about have enough for the sentry now, I think. just in case. Okay. Are we going to see some commander decks from you? To be fair, I did basically drop an email to like the Magic the Gathering people and be like, hey, want to collab? It's unlikely anything will come of it, but if it does, who knows? Maybe. Okay, we made it to the save. That honestly wasn't as bad as I thought. But the summon definitely bailed us out a fair bit there. We didn't even encounter like a Garuda and stuff. But let's have this scene.
Why only you, sir? I want to fight too.
Orders are orders.
I'm not a cadet anymore, sir. Let me go with you and I'll prove it to them.
Guarding the command center is important too, you know.
It still feels a bit condescending. Like the hand on the shoulder.
I came all the way from Besaid to fight Sin, sir.
I know, but an order's an order. To your post, Crusader.
Get out of my face.
But, sir!
You praise for him afterwards. Now, just thinking, down there was the Serene Armlet was down there. No, that's further up. Was there? I think there used to be like an Albed Primer down there. There was at least one thing to pick up, right? It was like a Serene Bracer or a Serene Armlet or something. So I think we try and pick that up. We get a little bit of extra gil as well while we're at it. Serene Armlet, yeah, something like that. I think let's not ignore that. I made obviously like the shortest route I could to get to the save, but now I think we can let loose a little more. Gutter's voice actor does a really good job showing his naivety, eagerness. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. Okay, I think to get through these more quickly, I am just going to do a bit of a summon spam. The reason I also is because I want I want like the gil and potential equipment and that kind of stuff. So I don't want to escape from the fights because then obviously I get nothing. So I still want to basically do this stuff. I think if we encounter a Garuda, that's when it might get a bit more interesting. We'll like do some power break, dark attack, that kind of stuff and see how we do. But for these, like we've seen them a bunch of times anyway. Just get through. Get the spoils, 145 gil each time. It's not exactly a ton. Yeah, but Meteor Strike looks cooler, right? We're on ×4 speed anyway as well. Let's check what is his accuracy stat. His accuracy is 11. Is that enough? Like when you say more than enough? 11? How does that compare to others? Never mind, he sucks. Yeah, Carithian, what do you know? Chatted in there like you know everything about Final Fantasy X. I'm just kidding. But yes, even the great man can be wrong sometimes. Yes, everything Carithian's ever said is now null and void. We've cancelled him now in the Final Fantasy X community. Okay, there's that Serene Armlet. I always find this one a bit weird because I'm like, the enemy you're about to fight has like poison as one of its things. And the fact that this armlet doesn't give you poison protection I think is a little bit lame. Like, it should have been a poison protection of some kind. Oh, there's an ambush. There is an ambush. Let's see. Okay. Problem is, I don't think he survives a lizard attack afterwards, but I think we survived this one just. Whew. Yeah, guess who's coming to the rescue now? I think, like, again, if you want to, with SOS Nullblaze, you can take care of this fight without summoning, but we're just going to speed it up here. This is basically grind mode at the moment. I wonder... It's too dangerous. Thinking, like, I could summon Valor 4, but it's a bit too dangerous. So yeah, we're going to forget everything Caripian said and do this. Yeah, it's true. I'm just thinking, like, getting Valifor's overdrive full. I should definitely do that before I head into the boss fight. I think obviously the idea for me is going to be to try and take out the head as quickly as possible. Because obviously when it's auto-hasted as well, there's just so many turns. I need to get rid of the head, like, really fast. I think once I'm nearer the save, I'll just bring Valifor out and see what happens. The problem is, like, I need to charge the overdrive without it dying. So that might be a bit tough. Gonna be a lot of Venoms, yeah. So I'm gonna be looking to stop that as quickly as possible. That's the goal. Carifian, do you know if Voidling's run is also like a no summon run? He's the kind of guy that's crazy enough to do that. Like, did he beat Gui without any summons in this challenge? No sphere grid, auto haste, no summons. Yeah, of course it is. Oh my god. Yeah, I think if you want to do it like that, there's a like ever increasing reliance on making sure your inventory's on point. Like maybe, I don't know, everyone needs to have some kind of lightning protection or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think anytime there's 3 enemies out there, like calling Valifor is just not a good idea. NTQ is no trio or quartet of quad 9, basically. You can't mix those OP mixes to get you through. Alright, there we go. I think maybe now I'll try to summon Valifor when it's like 1 hit away. There you go. The record, I'm pretty sure the run will die to overdrive Sin at the latest. Probably already to Flux, but who knows, I tend to underestimate what's possible. Yeah, you're always more liable to underestimate. Alright, let's try and get Valifor out there. See what happens. But I think for those runs, like especially like Overdrive Sin and stuff, maybe if you drop the no trio, you should be able to get there, maybe? I don't know. It's such a long way down the road that, I don't know. Do you know like specifically how far he's got? Like what the last boss was that he defeated? So, will I basically get a full overdrive by boost? It's close. I basically want to get hit like 1 more time and kind of hope that I survive it. Let's see. Ah, too powerful. Even with the half damage, it was too powerful. But next time we should be able to get it. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and do it like Voidling. I'm pretty sure. I'm definitely gonna summon, I think. Shield, I thought might not charge overdrive much. Yeah, that is the problem. Okay. So we're nearly there. Just one more fight for me to charge Valifor's Overdrive 2, and then we're going to get going. Oh god. Okay. So I think, again, I'd rather start by clearing them out. I think... I forgot, like, when your Aeon dies, I assume that Overdrive gets wiped out too. I can't let Valifor die either, so I have to be careful. Hey McGriddle, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining us. And I'm glad you share our love for the game too. Get one more in. And get out of here. Okay. Need to summon one more time. Let's just take the hit. Okay. And there we go. So we are now, quote unquote, ready to at least get up there and see if we can do anything against Inspawn Gree. Yeah, we're managing okay. The encounters are brutal. We've had to start leaning on summons to help us get through in like a reasonable amount of time. Otherwise we'd be super grinding through. And I don't want to get to that stage like this early in the playthrough. So we're doing alright thanks to summons. But now is going to be like basically the most significant boss fight easily, and this could be a real brick wall for some time. So we'll have to see how it goes. Alright, I will be right back.
Sees. Ow! Ugh.
He really hates them, huh?
Chapu. He left the sword Waka gave him in Besaid. And he fought with an Al-Bhed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
Okay, I'm back. This is where they stop giving you stuff? Yeah. Yeah, definitely calm before the storm vibes. Yeah, this track is like, it's so tense. It's a really good track for what it's supposed to try and achieve. Yeah, it really is ominous and tension-inducing for me. Like, you just know some shit is going to go badly wrong here. You just know.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that. It might be a hopeless campaign, and it might mean defying Yevon. But the Crusaders and the Al-Bhed,
They're doing their best to defeat sin. They want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too, isn't it? Isn't it?
All right. But I still think Machina are bad news. They're forbidden for a reason.
Lady Summoner, there you are. The command center is that way. Maester Keenock is also there.
Maester Keenock too?
Yes. Please, hurry, my lady.
Ah, yes. Orin's bestie. So these guys don't give you nothing. Man, I always feel so sad when I see this poor kid. Like, what is this kid doing here? Like, I'm sorry, but that's insane. Right. Let's put a save in, like, here. Okay. So, let's now have a look at the shop.
Monopoly's a great thing. Oops, sorry, I forgot.
Oops. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, we need, like, 4,000 more gil, which we currently do not have. I feel like the sentry is, like, an absolute must. It's going to be one of those where I think even if I flip the sphere grid on, like, it would be... Then I'd probably, like, not escape. Let's see what we have to sell first. Probably not that much. This could be useful for GUI, for sure. I feel like every time Gata dies, maybe we'll change up this time. This one can go. This one can go. Hey Ryan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I might sell the Quiet. Kate said that's looking likely. This one can go. We're not going to have enough to buy both either way. Pretty sure. Honestly, maybe I'd give away the Hunter Spear. That would get me... That would get me what I need. I'm probably going to sell that, honestly. This one I don't need. This one I don't need. Yeah. This is the one that I picked up on Mihen that has the wrong name. Maybe I kind of accidentally duplicated. I'm going to sell this one. I'm pretty sure I got at least one like that. See you later, Tan. Thanks for joining us. Okay. We've got the tough bangle anyway. It still doesn't get me there. Basically, the only thing that definitely gets me what I need is selling Kimari's Hunter Spear. I feel like I should probably sell it. How much do I need? Yeah, like 17,000. I think I should just sell Kimari's weapon. 4,000 is a lot, man. And like Sensor, we kind of cheese through using the mod anyway that kind of permanently activates Sensor. I think like the strength plus 10, especially the deeper we go in, like it's just not going to make the difference. And we've already got Sensor piercing anyway, it's just missing a strength plus 10 for Kimari. I don't think it matters that much. Let's have a look at the items, but I don't think so. I don't want to sell like high potions. I'd have to sell... Nah, high potions could be too important, man. Yeah, sorry, Kimari. I think I'm going to have to sell his weapon. I think that's the best chance.
Welcome.
First loses Hall, now loses Lance. Yeah, sorry, bro. It's got to go. 4,000 is a lot, man, for this stage of the game. But I think I need both. Like, it would be foolish to leave this place having not brought these two. This one is it's a must. And obviously this one. Okay. Cool. So, let's continue things on here.
The operation will begin shortly. Please check all your equipment.
His voice.
You all right?
Of course not. I came here to fight Sin, but they stick me here.
If you want to prove yourself.
Huh?
First, you must complete the tasks you are given.
But for one, someone's not, like, inspired or impressed by Oren's words.
Just doing what they say, it just won't be enough.
Okay. So, what do you want me to say to Gata? Welcome, Riga. I have been live for just over 2 hours. We've got about another hour to go. What do you want me to do? Damn, man. He gets killed in so many of the playthroughs. You guys just ruthless, man. Say you are not going to be in the commander deck list. You know what? I'm gonna go with what Kariki said. Pick the bottom option both times.
You'd think the same if you were me. I'll do something. I've got to show Luzu what I can do.
That's it, right?
I've got to show.
Okay. So we spared him by doing that, right? I tend to kill him so often I just forget to speak to him and then whatever happens, happens, but... Ah, yes.
Oh.
Alright, cool. He's spared this time. Good.
I had heard from Seymour,
This
but
hug.
didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Oren. 10 years, is it?
That's Wen Keenock, one of the 4 maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks, and also commands the Crusaders.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
I'm telling Cot, yeah. We'll see her in the comments of the VOD.
Tell me, Oren, where have you been the last 10 years?
We don't have time for this now, do we?
This plan won't work, you know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
Nice.
What?
Lord Keenock.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
That Keenock a maester?
I heard that, Oren. A lot has happened the last 10 years. What were you doing and where?
He really wants to know.
Fulfilling a promise I made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Zanarkand?
I kinda think we don't belong here.
It is time at last. We must tell the Al Bhed waiting outside to begin the operation at once. The fiends may break through. This place is not safe. Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, he's another NPC where I'm like, I wonder who voices him. It's got to be someone from the main cast just doing another voice. In your first ever 5 out of 10 run, did you think Seymour is evil at this point? Honestly, like, I think it took me far longer to realize than I think it would if I played it as like an adult. I think by this stage, like the whole pretend you didn't see it, all of that, like those kind of speeches, I think really start to sell the idea. And I think once you get to this stage and you realize that these guys are in on the fact that this isn't actually going to work, but they'll let them dream a little longer, all that stuff. I think even like childhood version of me, it's like to put pieces together, you know. But I don't think I realized that he was going to be like such a, like obviously the amount of times you fight him, his entire story, like I obviously didn't really see that coming, you know. Still not talking to me. What if we bug him a few more times? Nope.
With them here, it's like Yevon authorizes this whole operation.
Or Walker. Alright. Couple more conversations and then we will have our first attempt.
Go to Yuna.
I'm a little nervous.
With this, I think the first time I played, I always thought there was going to be a more substantial conversation. Like the way he kind of leads you to that, it makes it sound like something's supposed to happen, and then she just says that, and then that's
I'm a little nervous.
kind of it.
Anything could happen. Make sure you're ready for combat.
Yeah, they could not be more obvious about what's going to happen in this one. I think anyone who comes into this like, whoa, wait a minute, a boss battle happened? What the hell? I think that they've been more than fair in trying to warn you about what's about to happen. Now, I need to literally, I think it's going to be wise to pull up the Ultimate Companion Guide here. It's been a long time. Let's see what Sinspawn GUI can do in the vanilla version of the game. I'm not particularly optimistic for this first attempt, but let's see. Okay. Negative status, power break is possible, gotta remember that. Okay. Not much else we can really do to it, it seems. Can armor break the arms, but that doesn't really matter. Head is immune to everything. Okay. Let's see the moves. Demi, Thunder, Venom. Okay. Attack, Demi. When it's above 4,000 HP. Thunder, head starts moving, Venom. Okay. So at least we have quite a few lightning wards, which is pretty nice. Still no Sphere. Yeah. This is where the no Sphere is going to be very, very heavily tested. Might as well get a little bit of extra damage. And we'll take the HP. Alright. Now. I think Lulu's evasion's decent. She can sometimes evade the punch pretty well. I think this will be the point no Sphere will die. Possibly, yes. Possibly. Okay. So, I won't hesitate to use my summons, but I'm going to do my best to kind of try to feel out the battle without, see what we can do without it. With summons, I would say yes, because I think you can probably take out the head with both overdrives, and then that already brings it much closer. But without summons, I think it's a different beast. But I say we give it a go. just hope for the best. Overdrive modes. I think we stick to Stoic. Okay. Yeah, this is the first truly serious battle.
Are you ready?
In this run. Here we go.
Mr. Keenock, please.
Will Sin come?
Sin always returns for its spawn. To make sure, we're going to encourage them to call out to it.
You won't have to. It'll come.
I remembered Orin telling me. Sin is my old man. Sin is Jecht.